Okay, when we talk about the production possibility frontier, okay, we're basically talking about the economic problem. Okay, and the economic problem is humans having unlimited desires with limited resources. Okay, let's bear this in mind. Now, when we go to the PPF questions, okay, what I'm going to do today is I'm going to break it down into steps. Okay, so the first step, okay, is to form the constraint equations. Okay, so we will be told, okay, that 1 unit of capital, for example, okay, can produce 2x, okay, and 4y. Okay, 1 unit of labor, okay, can produce 2x and 1y. Okay, I've got 100 units of capital and I've got 200 units of labor. Okay, so this is how I'm going to write out the constraint equation. Okay, let's start with capital first. Okay, so capital is going to be 1 over 2x plus 1 over 4y, okay, less than or equal to 100. Basically, this figure over here is the number of the units of the capital that I have, okay, and the half and the 1/4 here. It takes half a unit of capital to produce 1x. It takes 1/4 unit of a capital to produce y. Okay, now once you remove the denominators by multiplying everything by 4, okay, we have this equation over here, and it should look very familiar to you. You just bring x to the other side, you will get y equals to mx plus c. Then you can start to draw your lines on the graph, okay, like how we learn in maths. Okay, so now assuming, okay, that we have gotten the constraint equations. Okay, so this is my capital constraint. Okay, alright, and this is my labor constraint. Okay, this is 400, 200, 200, and 400. Okay, the third step, okay, is to go identify the intersection. Okay, so to find out the intersection, just take the two equations that we had just now, okay, and then just solve them simultaneously. Okay, the next thing, okay, will be to identify your PPF. Okay, and obviously the PPF is always the constraints that are nearest to the origin. Okay, so it's this portion over here. Okay, next step, okay, identify your opportunity cost. Okay, the economy, as long as it's efficient, okay, we'll talk about efficiency later, okay, they will lie on the PPF. So if they lie on this part of the PPF, they are known to be on the labor constraint. Okay, if they lie on this side, they are on the capital constraint. So the opportunity cost for the labor constraint and the capital constraint will be different. So how do we identify that? Okay, you just basically find the gradient of the slope. Or, interestingly, if you just look at your constraint equation, you see this half over here? That is the opportunity cost of producing x. It's that simple. Just look at this constraint equation. That's why it's very important to create this constraint equation. Okay, so after we have the PPF and the opportunity cost, then we can answer the question. Okay, these are the enough tools for you, okay, to maybe at least pass the question, right? Okay, so now we're gonna talk about opportunity cost. Okay, if let's say during the exam, okay, you come up with something like this, okay, and then all of a sudden they tell you that there's a vertical line here. Okay, this constraint may be a storage constraint saying that, oh, there is a limited number of x that we can keep in the factory or some shit like that, right? Okay, so that means this thing is a storage constraint. Okay, every time we have the storage constraint, okay, most people make the mistake, okay, that when they do up the PPF, okay, they start from here, they go all the way down, and then they will draw some more. Okay, do not mark this part as a PPF. Why? We remember that opportunity cost is the gradient of the slope. So a vertical line, okay, the opportunity cost is actually infinity. Why? Well, I mean, we all know that the vertical line, the gradient is infinity. So if my opportunity cost is infinity, it basically means that no matter how many units of y we sacrifice, we can never get 1x. Okay, now we move on to efficiency. Okay, efficiency is broken down into two parts. Okay, we have got allocative efficiency and we have got productive efficiency. Okay, now remember what we talked about, the economic problem. Okay, as long as the economy is on the PPF, we are considered to be productive, efficient, because we have to give up some units of x to produce units of y, so we must sacrifice. Okay, so now allocative inefficiency is a little bit difficult. Okay, now allocative efficiency depends on the social institution, and what I mean by this is that when you look at the economic problem, okay, by being on a PPF, I am solving the problem of scarcity. Yes, I have limited resources. Okay, but however, if let's say I'm in an economy where there is high unemployment, okay, obviously people will be very, very unhappy. So if I put myself on the capital constraint, okay, here, for example, I'm at this point here, capital constraint, capital constraint, okay, it means that I'm using more capital than labor. As you can see, I'm foregoing all these resources of labor. So obviously the economy will not be happy with that. So when the economy is not happy with that, basically means that their desires are not being satisfied to the maximum capability of the economy. So that is allocative insufficiency. Okay, thank you for watching my video.